Hello! Today I'm here to do a review on As I Wake by Elizabeth Scott. Finally, there's an author whose name I can pronounce. So, yay! Okay, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars, and I knocked off a star because, again, I don't know what's wrong with the young adult novels I'm reading lately, but there was a underage drinking scene in As I Wake. It was just one scene, very short, in the book, so it didn't kill the book for me like it did in the Halo series by Alexandra and Dornetto. But it was in there. However, I will say with this, in most cases, there are no repercussions and it doesn't really show the dangers of drinking. But in this one, it did sort of hint and mention drugs being dropped into the drinks. So, and the main character pours it out and things. So, in that respect, it does kind of show the dangers of underage drinking and drinking, period. If you like mysteries and romances and fantasy sci-fi books, this is an excellent book. Also, you have to be a reader who does not mind ambiguous endings. You know, endings where you don't really know what happens because it's not in black and white exactly. And it kind of leaves you wondering, did she get what she wanted or was she stuck? So that's all I'm going to say about that, because also, if you like dystopian novels, this is a good one. It's not really dystopian, but you have to be able to understand a different society from our own, because in this, it's written in two different societies. So, and you'll see what I mean as soon as you read the first few chapters, because you'll see how it's written. The cover is super, super beautiful, and I love how they did the lettering. And her hair, which goes up and like morphs into something else, and I don't know if you can tell, but like right here is the beginning of like another head. I really think that the cover says a lot about this book, because in sci-fi, I'm sure that you guys have seen it, like worlds existing upon like levels and planes, like we're existing in two worlds where we're the exact opposite. I'm sure that y'all guys have seen that on like Charmed or read it in another book or something like that. This is kind of in that same category, but I'm not going to say too much because then it'll give away all the mystery. Super, super suspenseful. I read it in one day. I started it last night and I finished it this afternoon. So it's pretty quick read. I think it's 300 and I'm trying to find it. It's like roughly 300 pages. It might be less than 300 pages. So it's a pretty quick read, but lots of good stuff in here. On Goodreads, this has a sort of low rating. It's like a 3.17 or a 3.7. One of the two. But it's like in the 3-star range on Goodreads. And I don't think that it deserves a score that low. I definitely think it's like a 4 or 5. I think that probably what knocked down its score was the ending, because you don't know what really happens. It's kind of up to you to decide. But I really don't think that it deserves that rating. I think it's because people who are used to reading books that have like really closure, like some people just like really closed endings, and this book just doesn't give you that. And I've never read another book by this author, and I know that she's written a lot, but I've never heard of her until I bought this book. So I would really like to, if any of you have read anything else by Elizabeth Scott, let me know if it's around the same as this book or if it's not, because I really, really love this book, but I don't like to buy books that I know I'm not going to like. So anyway, super great book. I really enjoyed it. Y'all guys tell me if y'all guys enjoyed it, if you've already read it, or if you're going to get it and read it, or if you've read more by this author, let me know. And like, comment, and subscribe.